Hello, this is Tasha and welcome to Tasha's Cottage Garden. So today I'm doing a video about my backyard. So here is the flower bed that I have in my backyard, and gets very shady. It is under the tree. It's a locust tree. It is high and large, tall and large. Right there. And when it gets leaves in it, it gets pretty shady. Even without leaves, as you can see, there is mostly shade here most of the day. So I have some plants that are more suited for shade here. I have some sorrel. This is just a garden sorrel. And these ones I probably need to replace at some point because they're about 7 years old. And I just planted my plant starters, and this one is a blood vein sorrel or red vein sorrel that I just planted, so hopefully it will grow and add some pretty colors. So there are some asparagus in this bed, and I just don't want to undig them and move them, but they're doing okay in this bed, but I think they really need more sun. So at some point when I find a space, I might undig them and move them somewhere else, but for now they stay here. I just planted this Hosta right there, and it is, I will show you what kind it is. So it is this one, gold standard. So hopefully it grows and the snails won't eat it. I'm going to put a lot of eggshells in my garden today, especially here, because snails love shade. So, and love all those plants that have grown here. Here is some rhubarb that I divided this year in the front, and I brought some here because my other rhubarb here is doing really well, except for slugs and snails again. Here we go. And there is more sorrel right there, same garden sorrel. And there are some coral bells right here. They're about a year old. There is some Astilbe is coming up. It's probably a year old too. The old transplants a year ago. And here is the white bleeding heart. That will be the first year we'll see the flowers. So very pretty. And here's the Clematis. And the same story with this Clematis with all my other Clematises. I mixed up the tags and I do not know which variety it is. So hopefully they're all flowers this year and I will know which one is which, and then I can tell you and show you which color of flowers it gets. And there is some fern right there, but it seemed to be struggling, so I do not know if it will survive. Last year was really hot summer and I did not like it. So, and here is a little Johnny jump ups. Again, last year everything was covered with them in February, but this year they just barely started to come up. And I have more, so hopefully they will start flowering soon. Right there by the Clematis, and right here by me. So hopefully we'll get more. I really like them, Johnny jump ups, and they self-seed. So, and here is dead nettle that also just barely started flowering right there. And it's a really good ground cover, so that's why I planted it under the tree, trying to squash the grass that keeps coming from the lawn. Anyway, so this is my shade flower bed. I'll keep this updated too. Moving on, so we have a small playground here for children, hopefully grandchildren and such. And here is my berry bed. This is a black currant that's about, oh my goodness, I would say almost 10 years old, because we had it in our other house and then we moved it when we moved here. There are lots of different raspberries Right here is the currant bush, red currant bush, another currant bush. And some papers from last night windstorm I need to pick up. And here is a gooseberry. This gooseberry also about 10-11 years old, and the ones that I have out front all came from this parent plant. So here it is, more raspberries. This spot is kind of getting bare. Used to have a lot of raspberries here, but need to probably replace them. And this is a plum tree, Japanese plum tree, and it just started flowering. Really pretty. Right there. Today I don't see that many bees, but a couple days before we had a lot of them. Today is not as warm. But yeah, love this tree, and every year it gives us a lot of plums. So more raspberries. I have like 5 different kinds. I have yellow, black. I have June bearing and also ever bearing, and I love them all. So yeah, I have probably 2 different varieties of yellow, 2 different varieties of red, and 1 black. And this tree is a cherry tree. So, and it's called Van. That's what I know. And the cherries start with kind of yellowish, pinkish red, and then they get really bright pink. Not completely red, but bright pink. When they're red, then they're overripe. And birds love it. We have a war with birds every year for the cherries, but this tree is really tall. So I hope that they always finish eating the ones on top, but they like the ones on the bottom too. And this tree is a pear tree. It's supposed to be 3 different kind of Asian pears. Right there. And we only tried it once. And so hopefully it looks like it's going to have some flowers soon. Hopefully soon this year we'll get some more and we can really try it. So anyways, this bed in the middle used to be my strawberry bed for about 7 years, and then they kind of stopped bringing lots of fruit, so I dug them all out, and there were lots of weeds in there too, so I'm trying to solarize it and maybe use it for different berries next year. And this is an apple tree, and it also has 3 different kinds. It has summer red, it has I think summer white is the other one, and the last variety, I just saved the tag from one. It is Cortland apple. So, and this is the part of my backyard that I wanted to share with you today. Thank you for coming. Bye.